Hello everyone. As we all know, Halloween has passed, but I'm doing week 4 and I'm going to complete my prompts for my October daily, even though today is like November 2nd or 3rd, I think. 3rd, I think. So anyway, but I wanted to finish my story, and hopefully for anyone who is following along, they will enjoy the remainder of my story. Okay, so when we were last together, I had done day 21, I believe. So let's go on to day 22. Here's my envelope, and here's my tag, and here's my prompt. And as you recall, there was a photo booth for the roller coaster, and we took a ride on the roller coaster, and the roller coaster was called Which is Familiar, and then I wasn't on the ride alone, and then let's go to the next part. If you hear anything acting weird, my dog is acting strange. He's digging at the carpet over here. Just ignore him. He's crazy. Okay, so day 22. Next to the photo wall display, you notice a plaque that says this park was made by a generous donor. Upon closer inspection, you realize the name on the plaque is the same as the relative who willed you the haunted house. What does the plaque look like? And here's my plaque. It has a skull, and then it has like a little plaque at the top that says, "This park was made due to a generous donation from Winifred Sanderson." Stop it. Okay. And then here's my tag. Again, it's part of a kit from Release the Craftin' that I had been using. Turning to leave the photo booth, my eye catches a plaque bolted to the wall. It's shaped like a skull with a gray shield on top that says, "This park was made due to a generous donation by Winifred Sanderson." Winifred Sanderson? The same aunt that left me the house? Wow, Aunt Winnie sure had her hands in everything. Wonder if she built this to give all the different people in her life a job. No wonder the cats were so at home here. So, yeah, I'm wondering if Aunt Winnie built this place so all of her unusual friends would have a place to work. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so let's put that back. Oops. And then let's look at our next day. This is day 23, and the prompt says, starting to put 2 and 2 together, you know that the key you found is your way out. Remember, we had found a box of keys earlier. You decide to look for a door that matches the key. Making your way through the park, you go behind the rides and find a door. What does the door look like? Does the keyhole match your key? So here is my little envelope. That was a tobacco pouch that I just put some Halloween washi on, and then here's my tag, and my tag says, "So wait, this key I found. If I find a door to match it, maybe I'll find a way out. I look all over the park till I go behind the rides and find a door. The door has a skull door knocker, knock, 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 and a strange keyhole in the middle bottom of the door. The keyhole looks like it matches my key." So here's my key, just a close-up of like if I were to hold it. Here's the keyhole, here's the door, and it has the skull knocker. So yeah, that was my tag and prompt for that day. Next day, day 24, and here's my tag. It says, "Alas, the key works, but it turns out it is the dressing room of the Smiling Man. His picture is everywhere. You look around and see hats and coats and shoes. But just ahead of you, there's also another door. And before you leave the room, you spot something you think may help you out. What is it?" So, day 24. So the key works in the door. It swings open and it turns out this is the smiling man's dressing room. I can tell because his photos all around the room. There's also hats and coats, shoes and books, and a desk and an old typewriter. No phone, no additional tools I can see. I do see another door to go through. As I leave, I grab a backpack I see. There must be something in there to help me. So there's the shoes and coats and hats and typewriter and it's books, and here's the door on the other side, and here is the strange backpack. Okay. So here's my tag. It says Ghosts Gather Here. And here's my prompt for day 25. Armed with this new item, you make your way through the second door. Once you open the door, on the floor you see a display of bones giving you a message, a way to the exit. What does the message look like and say? So the message says, follow the bats, and there's bats. And here's my tag. It says, I know it's not a great thing to grab a bag that doesn't belong to me. However, I'm really desperate to get back to the cats in my car. I really need to get to the home and take care of them. So I grab the bag, I open the second door, and there on the floor is a message made out of bones. The message says, follow the bats. Maybe they point the way out? Okay. And then this is my tag, and this is day 26. And this little flap opens up like this. And the prompt says, you take the bony advice and continue down the winding hallway. Looking up, you see a portrait of the smiling man. But his smile is normal. Is this from before he was the smiling man? His eyes seem to follow you every step down the hall. And here is my tag, and obviously it says a black cat slinks by because black cats are so important to the prior story and kind of fit into this part of the story as well. And my tag says, I decide to take the bony advice and follow the bats. It's not like I have a lot of other options. So winding my way down the hall, I see a portrait of what I think is the smiling man. His smile looks normal in this photo though. Either the smile was a mask / bandana, or this is before whatever happened to him happened. Oddly, the portrait's eyes seem to follow my every move. Either that, or I feel super guilty for grabbing his backpack. Okay, and here's the next day. Okay, this is day 27, and it says, finally, you're at the park exit and back on normal grounds. Relieved, you dash towards your car and notice the hood on your car is up. Did the mechanic fix it after all? There's a note. What does the note say? Feeling defeated, you slump down into the gravel. So here is the note. Here's my car with the hood up. Here's the exit. Here's my tag. And it says some ghost stories are true. And the story continues. I follow the bats and they lead to the exit of the park. Finally, back on normal ground outside the park. I see my car and the hood is up. I dash over to it. Did someone fix it? I notice a note that flutters to the ground. I pick it up and read it. I'm shook a bit because it says, I took care of your car. Like I was asked to. What does that even mean? Good or bad? I slump to the ground in defeat. Okay. Day 28. You shake it off and try your key in the ignition once more. And whoa, the car starts up. You close the hood and jump into the driver's seat, ready to get as far from this park. Looking back, you see the smiling man standing there. He's holding something. What is it? okay, I really need to shake off this defeat feeling. I slam the hood, get into the car, and decide to try to see if it will start up. Into the driver's side. I jump into the driver's side and try to get the car started. Oh my God, it started. I need to get out of here and get the cats home as soon as possible. As I'm driving away, I take a look back at the exit of the park. The smiling man is standing there. He has a bunch of tools in his hand. He must have been the one to fix my car and left me a note to say that he fixed it as I asked him. Had I asked him to help me fix the car, right? But that would make the note make more sense, right? Okay, so day 29. Day 29. Prompt says, this reminds you that you also have something from his dressing room. You look at it briefly and you see a map hidden inside. There's an address on it, but you don't think much of it and tuck it away in the passenger seat for later. What does the map look like? So I just have a map folded up in here, and then I also have this globe map that's in there. Here is my tag. It says, believe in spooky things. And it says, so, seeing him with the tool reminds me that I still have his backpack. I feel really guilty about it, but I really don't want to take my chance. If my car breaks down again, I can't get out of here. I take a look over at the backpack, feeling kind of bad. I see something poking out of the front pocket in the backpack. It looks like a map or something. There's an address printed on it, but I don't have time to worry about that right now. Good for me, the cats seem okay and comfortable to keep driving. The map looks like a regular old normal map. And this is day 30. You turn the car radio on and you start to drive away. The same song from the gramophone at the haunted house starts booming through your speakers. What song, lyrics, or what song is it? And then here's the cats in the back of the car, and here's actually a gramophone with the music coming out of it. Here is my tag, and it says, I turn on the car radio to jam to some tunes. Don't we all sing out loud when they're all kinds of spooky, freaked out and driving at night? What song comes blasting out of the speakers? Black Cat by Janet Jackson. The same song the gramophone played at the haunted house. Seems like my life is now delineated by before the house and after the house. That is day 30. And then we have day 31. Okay, prompt. You look in the rearview mirror and no longer can see the smiling man. The park looks dark behind you until you see the words Happy Halloween appear in the distant amusement park lights. Here is my tag. Here's the Happy Halloween. And the tag says, in the rear view, I no longer see the smiling man. Though I owe him a debt of gratitude, I'm still happy to have him out of my sight. Oddly, the entire amusement park looks kind of dark now. A few seconds ago, it was all lit up. Weirdly, I take another look back at the exit. In the distance, suddenly the park lights spell out the words, Happy Halloween. And that is that. And I am finished with my book. And I do actually still have quite a bit of book left, but I think that's going to be the end. We did all of October, and I hope you enjoyed the story. And I hope that Priscilla and April continue to do their prompts next year. So I did not do any additional wrap up to the story like I did last year because I wasn't sure if it was going to continue. And it kind of made this year harder because I had to tie in the things that I had in my epilogue last year. So I chose not to do an additional days with an epilogue. But, you know, I'm kind of happy. I did finish my whole book and the whole prompts for this month. So let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you did one. I hope you had a great spooky season. I'm in spooky season 24/7, 12 months of the year, so I'm still in spooky season. Every once in a while I take a break for things like Christmas, but other than that, I still love spooky season. Anyway, I'm going to go now, and I hope you all are having a great week. I'll talk to you again real soon. Be kind to one another. Love ya. Bye.